Hello, back again with another pickups video. Now the first part of this pickups I'm going to start off about is about what I got yesterday. This is one of those funny cases where, again, unbeknownst to me, my wife is part of a bunch of seller groups on Facebook. And on Saturday, we were going to go to dinner with a bunch of friends, meeting in another town over. And so we had to kind of hurry up and get there, but yet had a little bit of time. You had to get in the door by a certain time, but we still had time to do stuff. And she happened to see in the seller group people had a garage sale. They just posted only on Facebook in this group, and she showed me that there was just a 3DS case. She goes, "You want to check it out?" And I said, "Okay, let's go." And it's funny because at times, and I think other people do this, I think she doesn't care about my hobby, video games, but at the same time when she does see something and I'm around, she does show it to me. So I think you kind of get that flip-flopped at times. But anyway, so we have to go hit the bank before we go there because I don't have any money, and we get there about 50 minutes after they posted it. Not sure if there's going to be anything there. The picture only showed a 3DS case. Now, to be honest with you, I don't really need a 3DS case because I didn't show this in a pickup video when I got it. I think it was around my birthday. But I did get one for my 3DS, Super Mario one. So I don't need one. This thing is like a brick in this thing, man. You could just chuck this thing. This thing is really heavy in this case. So we walk up, and there's the 3DS case, and I didn't get it because it was kind of dirty and looked like it had been thrown around. You know what? I don't need that case. But they had other stuff that I did get, and here's one of the great things about this garage sale. A lot of garage sales you go to, and for those maybe you don't have garage sales where you live at, or maybe you don't go to them, garage sales are kind of a hit or miss thing. They're like going to retro stores in a sense. You could go to a lot of garage sales and hit nothing, but then when you go to that one that you hit that has a lot of stuff, that really invigorates you to go back out and look. In this case, these weren't people trying to get a lot of money or looking at eBay prices. They were just trying to get rid of the stuff. They just want to get rid of it. And so all the video games I got were actually 25 cents a piece. Again, it blew me away, right? I was just surprised they're that low. This first one was for my wife. It's for the DS. It's only the game. It doesn't have the case or anything. And it's THQ's Scooby-Doo Unmasked. Now, I'm pretty sure we had this or played this on the PlayStation 2 or something at one point. Anyway, it was only 25 cents. My wife loves Scooby-Doo. She's funny because when she plays these games, without even knowing it, Shaggy and Scooby voices, she just goes right into those voices, which is kind of funny. But cool to have this game on the DS. I'll just have to track down the case, which ain't going to be too bad. Now, the next game I got was 25 cents, and it came with the instruction booklet for the Gameboy Advance. And this is Herbie Fully Loaded. Yes, the Lindsay Lohan movie. That's the only thing anybody's going to remember is Lindsay Lohan is in this movie. Here's the game right here. Now, I am a funny video game collector because I know I said that I am going to be, when it comes to getting games, I want to hunker down on games that I have memories of and that I love. But when you go to a garage sale where things are 25 cents or less than $1 a piece, that's when you can take a chance on games that you not necessarily love. And here's the funny thing about Herbie. I did not get this for the price. I got this because as a kid, the original Herbie movies, I loved Herbie the Love Bug movies. I loved those movies. I watched those over and over as a kid. And now I think about it, I don't own those movies on Blu-ray or DVD, and that's just such a shame. Now, I was a little bit disappointed in this movie, but I love Herbie, so I had to pick this up. So, whether it's good or not, it's still, I love Herbie. So, the next game I have actually ties, is Game Boy Advance game, actually ties into history with me. And this is Elf Bowling 1 and 2. Now, I believe it was in the beginning 2000s, the original Elf Bowling came out on PC. You could free to download it, free to play it. And here's the game, of course. Oh, let me get over this way. There we go. Anyway, and I downloaded it. I remember it came out, came on in the holiday season. And the elves are so rude and just so, you know, don't like Santa, very, flipping off and all this other like really bad stuff at the time. That I loved that game, and I played the snot out of that game, bowling game, and the second one. In like every time I see a new one come on, whatever reason on PC I have to see it, I have to play it. And so I'm really glad I got this again. Even though I know it's in a sense silly when you go back and play it, because a lot of things I thought were cool and funny was that games didn't do that, weren't that like rude or defiant like they are towards Santa. And of course now when you play it's probably as cute, but still glad I have some in my collection. Now they had two case DS games, and these are both for my wife. My wife loves point and click hidden object games, and this was only 25 cents. We already have a hidden mystery game. Is it for the 3DS? We have a hidden mystery game already. Anyway, this is Hidden Mystery Titanic Secrets of the Faithful Voyage. This is 25 cents. It is complete in the inside. And so, again, if you like games where you have a day where you just want to sit around and you want to play a game together for hidden objects, these games can be fun. And the next one was just because it was 25 cents, it might be alright. It's USA Today Puzzle Craze. Yes, USA Today branded puzzle game on the DS, which has quick cross, word roundup, up and down words, stuff that was in the USA Today puzzle crafters. So there you go, a USA Today crafted DS game. That for 25 cents, if it ain't worth anything, So, the last thing before I get to the PC games. So, they had a free box. As we're walking around, I noticed they had a free box. We looked into it, we always do. And inside it, this is just a 3DS charge stand, right? They didn't have the cord to it, and it was free. So I picked it up because, I have ones from our 3DSs already, but what the heck, you never know. You might need another one. So, I have another one. Now, when it comes to finding PC games, it seems to around here, the garage sales are always where I'm going to find PC games. The game stores do not sell PC games. They don't even take them in. But garage sales, I'm serious. I have found the games that just came out on PC for like $1, and they've only been out for like 3 months, like Vanquish and stuff like that. Never picked them up. Kind of regretting it, because one thing is I have a PC collection in the filing cabinet. I don't ever show it, and then I have some in a binder. Which one day I should do a collection video on that, actually. And I love PC games. They're part of gaming that I think some people ignore because they get too caught up on the console, but PC games have a great history in gaming. And so the first one I picked up, never played it, but it'd be kind of cool to play it, and that includes 2002 Game of the Year. That's what this was. For PC CD, Battlefield 1942, The Complete Collection. Now, what is The Complete Collection? Well, it's, of course, 1942. It's the 2 expansions, The Road to Rome, Secret Weapons of World War II, Battlefield Vietnam, which is an all Vietnam-era weaponry, map editor, development kit, toolkit, bonus maps, and vehicles. So, this thing is really heavy. There's like at least, I think there's more than 6 discs in here, so it'd be really cool to actually try that game out. And it looks really good on the shelf, too. I don't have them up on the shelf. Now, the next game a lot of people know or have known because there was one out this last generation on consoles, at least Deus Ex there was, and this is Deus Ex. Deus Ex Invisible War. Now, these were 75 cents a piece, so picking up for 75 cents is pretty cool. And so, can't wait to try it out because I've actually never played Invisible War or Deus Ex, so it's cool to have that in the collection. Again, this includes, it has 2 discs, of course, like they used to, the installation disc, and of course the good old game disc. Good old days when you had them separated. And this last one, though the actual case is a little bit dirty, and I can switch this out with other PC games if I want to. It's a series I absolutely love, though I have not played the latest one. And I don't have this one, so I had to pick it up. And that is Sim City 4, the Deluxe Edition, which comes with Sim City 4 and Sim City 4 Rush Hour. So I absolutely love SimCity. Way back when it was on the Super Nintendo. I played it on the PC, but it was also on the Super Nintendo. I love this series. They're great games, but at the same time nerve-wracking and yet goofy, because of course, you know, that you could just destroy your whole town if you want to with goofy, you know, things, you know, tornado or monsters or whatever. So it's really cool to have this. Really cool to put this in a collection. I never played Sim 4 before, believe it or not, so I was not into PC gaming at that time, so it's cool to have that. And try those 3 PC games out. Now, I had mentioned that I had turned stuff into that game store, and I've not showed it because I was going to go back and get rid of N64 system because I have extras. I've not done that yet, but I want to show these off. Now they got these other pickups. The first one is for the NES. It is, quite frankly, one of my memorable games. I'm going to read you the topic because I love that. 2 a.m. is no time to be alone in the subway, and you're about to find out why. Renegade. Title is Runagate. Now, this is basically one of the very first beat-em-ups. It was in the arcades in 1986. Was ported to the NES in 1987. It predates Double Dragon, which came out in the NES in 1988. This is also part of a series with Super Dodgeball, and the other game is right on the tip of my... I can't think of it. There's another game. River City Ransom. So these are all in the series in Japan and stuff, so... really cool to have this game. It's a beat 'em up. When you play it, you'll see that it predates. You'll see kind of graphically and the way it plays. It's simpler beat 'em up, but I have fond memories when I originally played this game and absolutely loved it. So really glad to have that in the collection to play again because I actually played it. I put it in and ended up playing it for a long time. So the next thing I picked up 2 more Super Nintendo boxes from that trading store because the boxes weren't perfect condition. And when I sat there looking at the box, I go, yeah. That game is cool, that game is cool, but I never played those games. But this game I played, and this game I had, and this game I loved, and I had to get the box for it. Even though I don't have the game anymore, I had the box, so now I gotta get the game. Which I already know where it is in town, I just gotta go pick it up. And that is Top Gear for the Super Nintendo. 2-player simultaneous racing. Or as it says on the back, gear up and go for it. This box is in perfect condition. The sleeves inside, the plastic bags inside. It doesn't have any instruction booklet, but really glad to have this. So when I go get the game and the instruction booklet, I could put in here. I really do love, by the way, the Super Nintendo boxes. Even though I'm weird about the NES boxes, I love the Super Nintendo boxes. So I'm glad to have this. Now the last one I'm going to show you. And I did show this in a video actually recently, talking about something. That is Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. Now, when I showed the Ultimate box and I showed, you know, the PGA Tour, this one there was probably the most expensive box I had. And here's what I'll say. When I want something like this, it's a perfect edition. And it's something I have fond memories of. And it's locally. I don't get caught up in prices. And some people do. I love this game. Here's the thing. At the time this game came out, I was absolutely in love with Final Fantasy. I played the Final Fantasy originally on the NES, you know. And I just loved the games at the time. You know, there's Final Fantasy 2 and stuff. And I loved Final Fantasy. And so when they announced this game, I was excited for it. And I played it. And even though, of course, this is known as, of course, the kid-friendly Final Fantasy, and people, for whatever reason, this is the one the retro one they kind of pick on. It's a really fun game. And I had a lot of fun memories playing this. I bought this game when the first time, the minute I saw it in the stores, and I played a lot of this game. I love the back. Free strategy guide available with limited time coupon, a limited time offer with coupon, mailing coupon. See details inside. And I love this game. But I don't think I've ever beaten this game, believe it or not. And I don't know why. So I have the game in here because I own the game already. The only thing I don't have is the map and the instruction booklet, so I'll just have to probably order those online because they're not local anywhere. And so I'm really glad to get this in the collection. You know, because one of the things I don't really have are boxed games. Especially the games, like the games I really loved, I played a lot. I really want to get them boxed I hate to I know people get caught up in collection. That's the only way I know how to say it, because I have a comic book collection, you know, toy collection, video game collection. Even though they're video game collection, I plan on playing. I don't let them sit on the shelf. least I try not to. Here's the funny thing about me. When you look at the games I picked up, if I can walk up to a table of video games, and they could be the average video games, they could be nothing exciting like elf bowling and that, and I get excited because I never played them before. And it's a funny thing my wife sees me do when we go out. She's commented about before, where I go out to a video game table and I could see the most common or, you know, most games they don't care about, and I get excited because I never played it before. It's funny because the thing, what I didn't pick up at that table for the Game Boy Advance was 3, I would say, girl-geared games, like Hannah Montana and 2 other games. And I almost picked them up for the fun of it because kiddie games and girl games sometimes can be very fun, even though you gotta get past the whole girly thing. But they didn't mean anything to me, so it's like I don't need those kind of games. That's what I wanted to tell you. A quick story about the garage sale. So they had 2 USB controllers. One kind of looked like a PlayStation controller, USB controller, and another average PC controller. And as we're waiting to check out, line about 3 people. This kid about 11 years old walks up to the front, and he has a controller, and he asks the guy about, this controller works with PC, right? He goes, yes. He asked him a specific video game question. He goes, does this controller work with N64's simulation, like N64 emulation? And the guy goes, ironically, and this is what's funny, this guy perked up. He goes, ironically, you say that because he goes, I only use that controller for N64 emulation on the PC. And he asked what kind he used. The kid said he used some kind. He said he used the Dolphin, whatever. He said if you use it on the Dolphin, whatever, it comes in just as a default controller. It works fine. So it was kind of cool to hear that video game conversation. I know some people don't like emulation, but to be honest, especially if you're a younger kid or someone who doesn't have a big budget, that may be the only way to play the games. And so it's kind of cool to hear him, like, because the kid was like so excited when he told him it works, all right, you know, because he only had the controller, like everything else, 75 cents. So anyway, that's my pickups for this time, guys. A lot of cool stuff to play, you know, cool stuff. I really got to display my Super Nintendo box. I really got to reorganize this at some point behind me. Get rid of that stereo over there and get that going. Cause I got the box out. I just got to get that gone so I can bring my Strata guides and everything else. And so everything's not cramped together. But anyway, that's the pickups for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. And I'll make another video soon. Later.